What's up guys, it's Manga Time once again, and I'm here today to bring you Bleach 559 Review The Night Right. So it's pretty cool actually, night's coming. And yeah, I'm so conflicted with this chapter. I'm finding it very hard to pin a rating on it actually. But anyway, it starts off with Shunsui and Haschwalth, which is always cool. And Haschwalth thinks that the battles are going evenly, which is a hint to basically him and his letter, which I'll get into later. And Shinsui's like, that's a modest analysis, but I think this... Okay, Shinsui's no longer a pirate. Why doesn't he have an eye patch anymore? Does he have an eye patch later on? Kubo, what the hell, man? That is really poor. Unless there's some kind of reason for it, that is really stupid. Shunsui just no longer has an eye patch. Okay. Well, Haschwalth says, you know, it's my role to make the scales lean to our side. Another indication. And his blade looks freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is the first time we've seen it properly. It looks very cool. Shunsui jumps in front of him now, and there's basically a massive explosion, and he breaks through the barrier, and Shunsui correctly guesses it's because Haschwalth was stealing the Reiatsu from it. The Reishi from it, sorry. And you know they don't really do much because Nanhao creates another barrier straight away. She was making one and she activates it, and it's made out of these little hexagons. And you know she's like, if you had time to steal it, we had time to make a new one, which is true enough, I suppose. But it's weaker than before, and she kind of tries to bait him into believing it's weaker than it is. And he guesses that there's a trap somewhere. But then we get this awesome panel where he kind of like holds his sword out to the side, and we get to see what he looks like properly actually. And he says he'll have to use a more violent method. And what do you know, there's another shot of Shunsui with an eye. What's that all about? That is really... The thing is, that's a really, really bad mistake, but Kubo drew him without an eye patch in every single panel. It's not like it was one panel. But that is really bad, Kubo. But then suddenly this big light appears behind Haschwalth. It's like a big star. And I'm not sure if it's like I think it's a message, basically. And he says that he got an order to return to Silburn. I love that, the way he's like, I received an order to return to Silburn, excuse me. I love the way he says excuse me to them. But, now this got me really excited, because I thought all the Stomato were going to go back into the headquarters and kind of wait overnight, like, because then we get some like interaction between them. I thought it'd be great. I thought we were going to have these kind of gaps in the battles, but basically Shunsui says, when you're coming back here, as soon as I'm ordered to. So I hope this doesn't mean we're going to be screwed out of a fight between them. That would suck. But Shunsui says next time we'll be waiting for you with some delicious tea. I love that. That was great. But then basically we get to see Ikkaku and Yumichika, and then Hisagi, which is cool. No sign of Kensei though. And they're hiding, so they clearly think they don't stand a chance, which is probably right. Ikkaku basically comments on how nighttime is coming, and the shadows are getting more and more. So basically, Ikkaku is, well, he's rightly worried about the shadows, and as he's saying this, Master Masculine ambushes them from behind. But we don't get to see that just yet. We go to the Stomato, and this is the part that I'm very conflicted about, as I'm sure anyone who knows me would be able to know. On the one hand, I really like it, because there's some awesome interaction, awesome panels, but on the other hand I fucking hate it because I think two of my favourite Stomato just got killed off in a very lame way. Basically, I don't know who says this. I think it's Yuhava who says I'm going to judge the ones who lost. BG9 and Cang Du are tied to some fucking pillars, right? We get to see what Cang Du looks like under his cloak. He looks pretty awesome. He's got like the tunic on that I thought he would. Now Cang Du is really quiet. He just kind of sits there. BG9 is considerably more cowardly than I thought he would have been. He's like, please wait. Indeed I lost once, but thanks to the release of Volstendig, we were able to resuscitate. We can still fight. And you have that kind of... I don't really know how to take that. He's like, you were lucky to have been able to survive. I don't know, it's kind of weird that. It's like, because I don't know who's really talking now. Someone says be grateful for your luck. I think it's Haschwalth. He says, however, the scales of the fight must be fair. The life saved by your good luck will be terminated by the same amount of misfortune. So basically what I'm getting at is Haschwalth is be the balance. He's kind of got to be, I reckon. Well, I don't understand why he feels he has to kill them. Because clearly there's a reason. Like there's a real reason, because he doesn't think the fight has to be fair for some reason. But he tries to cut them, basically tries to cut them in half, and you get this epic Cang Du moment where he stops it with his iron body. Basically, that is his power, like a lot of people guessed it would be. And he's like, it's easy, cut me down if you're able to, which is really cool. You get this cool panel of him where he's like, I won't be killed by anyone but His Majesty. And at this point I was like, okay, good. And then Haschwalth's like, I see, that's wonderful, your second bit of good luck. But then this massive scale appears behind Haschwalth. It looks awesome, it looks really cool. So what that means is the scale is obviously tilted in some direction. And as soon as Haschwalth says this, Cang Du craps his pants. So there's got to be a reason behind this. Like, what does it mean? I don't know. Cang Du then gets cut. I don't know. To me, it looks like he basically loses an arm and some of his shoulder. In the Bleach world, it doesn't necessarily look fatal. That's what I'm going to say. Now, I can't really decipher this page. There's a picture of Kang's face falling to the ground. I'm just going to have to... And I can't tell what's next to him. It's not BG9, I don't think. Yeah, I can't tell what's next to him, actually. Oh, wait, it's Hisagi. It's Hisagi, Ikkaku, and Yumichika getting beaten up. Oh, I see. That's confusing as hell, because I thought Hisagi was Cang Du. Okay, that's it. Okay. So basically, Master Masculine has taken out all three of them, which is ridiculous. Considering Ikkaku and presumably now Hisagi have Bankai, that seems a bit stupid. But just going back a little bit then, so we don't actually see what happens to Cang and BG9. Which in a way makes me feel a little bit better. Cang doesn't necessarily look like he's dead, I don't think, because he's only really lost an arm. I'm just holding out hope, because I really hope they don't die like that. That's stupid. Basically, Master Masculine, he's like, he pulls this kind of funny pose. And he has this little bell ringer guy, which is hilarious, actually. He's quite funny, Master Masculine, I've decided. They basically defeated all the captain ranks they could find. And then, as I predicted, which I'm quite happy about, Renji and Rukia arrive next to Master Masculine. And they look... I think they look quite cool, personally. I still stand by what I said about Rukia wearing snow clothes because of her Bankai's ice power. But yeah, that's it for the chapter. That is it for the chapter. I'm very conflicted. You could say the scales could be tipped either side. No, but seriously. It's pretty cool that Haschwalth is basically the balance. That is cool. On the one, I'm really disappointed with Kubo for the eye patch mistake. That's just really bad, really basic. You've been drawing him for an eye patch for so long. I hope it's not a mistake, but I can't see why it wouldn't be. So that's a shame. Haschwalth's sword looks wickedly cool. I like the fact that he's probably the balance, or the balancer. I would have thought balance, but because that kind of is unique. It's not really what we were expecting. That's cool. The Cang and BG9 bit is the bit that's really caused me some contention. They're two of my favourite Stereo. I don't think they're dead. I'm just going to say that. I really don't think they're dead. Haschwalth does say your life will be terminated, but it's just so stupid. Why would you kill off your own people like that in the middle of a war, where frankly you need as many people as you get? Cang and BG9 are not weak. They got unlucky. That was it. They got unlucky. So it's a royal shame if they're dead. I presume that's the reason Bambietta's little parade didn't want her to stay alive. So they executed her. That doesn't make any sense. But maybe they've done something to stop Haschwalth from getting them, because then Bambietta was beaten and she wasn't there. So I hope Kubo sees sense and doesn't kill him off. But if he does, that'd be crap. But since I don't know if they're dead or not, I can't really judge the chapter on the fact they died, because they didn't necessarily. And there has to be some reason behind it. The way Haschwalth was like, look at these tilted scales, and a massive scale appeared, and Cang was like, oh my god, what does that mean? And then suddenly Haschwalth was able to cut through his iron body, so I don't know. Maybe Haschwalth can like tilt the scales in his favour or something like that. I don't know. That's weird. And then obviously Master Masculine versus Renji and Rukia. Is he going to fight both of them? That seems a bit weird to me. I kind of think, obviously Renji is taking on Mask. I called that last week. Everyone called that. It was very obvious that was going to happen. With a new improved Bankai. And Rukia, I'd like for Az not to appear and take her on. That would be awesomely cool. Next chapter is the last one of the next volume of 62. And Kubo usually does something pretty big for the end of a volume, so I can see it ending on one of those two saying Bankai. I kind of want to say Rukia, but it's more likely to be Renji, I think. But yeah, that's it really for the chapter. So I don't know, like, I liked it. I was reading it like, this is a pretty cool chapter, actually. I just didn't. I'm going to give it an 8. I think 8's fair. Yeah, 8 will do. I think an 8's fair. Panel of the week. Panel of the week's difficult, because there's quite a lot of cool panels this week. But I think it's kind of got to go to the Haschwalth and the Scales one. That is really cool, and it's very sinister looking. So yeah, panel of the week can go to Haschwalth, I reckon, and his Scales. Yeah, there's not all that much else to talk about this week, because it was fairly straightforward, actually. I like Mask and his little bell ringer. Mask is really growing on me, actually. He's not one of my favourites, but I think he's pretty funny. So yeah, that's it this week, guys, really. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the chapter. Do you think Cang and BG9 are dead? I hope not. And do you think Renji and Rukia might go Bankai pretty soon? I'd like to see that happen. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you later in the week, guys. Actually, no, I probably won't this week. I'm busy this weekend. Yeah. So, I'll see you sometime soon, probably. So until then, guys, see you later.